Sorry, almost fell. Some of us are blessed with great skin and some of us just aren't. And just gotta accept our faith and deal with it. Hello, and welcome to my very first makeup tutorial. So if you're new to my vlog, well, I'm new too, so you haven't missed anything. Today, what I'm gonna do is a classic brown neutral eye makeup look. And for this, I'm gonna be using the Norvina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills and some of my other favorite products as well for the rest of my face. So I'm gonna take you through a step-by-step. And as you see, I've already done my brows and I've already done sort of halfway done one of my eyes. This will make it easier and quicker for me to go through the whole look, and it's just easier for me because I get to practice the colors first. So if you've been watching my mini makeup videos on Instagram, maybe you would have noticed that I always do the foundation on my forehead before I do it on my cheeks, and I've done that already now. That is because I do my brows before everything, and it's hard to do brows if you haven't got like foundation and the whole shebang on your forehead. So yes, I've already done my brows, so I was thinking like maybe I'll just do another whole video on how I do my brows, but it saves us a lot of time as well. So what I'm gonna start with is the eye makeup, and then I will proceed to the foundation. So the reason why I do eye makeup first is because usually there's fallout, like the powder shadows fall out and they come onto my cheeks. So the rest of my face gets a little bit dirty, messy. So I'll do the eye makeup first, and then I clean up a little, and then I'll do the foundation. All right, so let's get started. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette, and I am just gonna go in with my 231 Zoeva brush, and I'm gonna go ahead and first use this base color, and I am just going to apply it on my crease. It's just a nice base color to give me a guide, like a half moon on top of my crease. After that, I am going to go in with the color called Incense. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little bit with the same brush, and I am going to apply it just here again on top of my crease, just with very soft. The location is just above the socket of your eye. You see it here, this is the socket, and I just do it directly on top of that socket and a little bit above. Blend that out a bit, and then I'm going into my third color, which is this one called Eccentric, and I'm going above that second color with the Eccentric, and I just blend a little bit toward my brows. So after this, I'm gonna go in with a clean blending brush and just blend all of that out. So for my clean blending brush, I'm using my Sigma E25 blending brush, and I am just going to ever so softly blend these colors together and make sure there are no lines of demarcation. Blend that out a bit. Okay, and voila. So next up, I'm gonna use this color called Volatile, and I'm picking it up with a flat brush, and I'm just gonna apply that first on my lash line on the outer corner, just the outer corner, just like that, so that it acts like a marker where I am going to deepen my crease. And then I'm gonna get a firmer blending brush, and I am going to deepen my crease in the corner just blending it a little bit into my eyes, just a little bit, this with the same shadow, Volatile, which is like a darker kind of brown. So for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a cut crease. I'm gonna cut my crease a little bit, nothing too intense, something just soft that'll go with a brown eye. So to create a cut crease, basically you can use any concealer, and I like to use a flat brush to just apply that concealer right here. Just blend it out with my flat brush. And I apply the concealer up to the socket of the eye. And I stop right there where I've put in my dark brown eyeshadow. So just very lightly blending that. And there you go. So next up, I am going to be using this. It is the Tarte Seaglass Rainforest of the Sea liquid eyeshadow in the color called Sweet Life. I really like it. It's a very pretty color, and I am just gonna apply that where I did my cut crease. And I am just gonna go over that. I love how shimmery it is. It's a beautiful color that's just right for either day or night. Just gonna go in with that and stop right there where I had put the dark eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going back in with the dark brown eyeshadow to just go over my crease. And you see how the fallout of the shadow is just falling on top of my cheekbones, and that is why I do the eyeshadow first. And then I just clean up and do my foundation afterwards. So I make sure that this is blended into the liquid shimmery eyeshadow, so there's no like super strong lines of demarcation. All right, and that is almost done. So up next, I'm gonna line my eye. Okay, so to line my eyes, I'm using the Tarteist liquid black liner. It's double-ended. I like to use, obviously, the end with a black. And I'm just gonna start in the middle here. Usually don't like to show this because there's no like sexy way of showing how to line your eyes. It just looks really awkward on camera. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there first with the eye makeup, and I've started to wipe off like the fallen eyeshadow off my face. So I'm gonna be super barefaced. By the way, on my lips I've got on just some lip balm. All right, before I get into my foundation, I'm gonna use a primer, and what I'm using today is the beauty blender. It's called the Leveler. Okay, I like it because it's pore minimizing. I like the texture. I like what it does to my skin, and there's a few shades to it as well. I use the one that is light medium, so I find that it really fills in my pores, which is great. Gotta fill in those pores. As I said, I've already done my foundation on my forehead, so just doing it now on the rest of my face. Where is my mirror? What am I doing? Why am I applying it on blindly? Give me a sec. So just applying it just how I would apply a moisturizer. Okay, great, I've got some on my hair. Fantastic. Yep, definitely. I always do this, by the way, guys. There's always some foundation or something that gets into my hair. So I love how this immediately closes my pores, immediately makes my skin look more smooth. Wish my skin was like this in real life, but you know, some of us are blessed with great skin and some of us just aren't, and just gotta accept our fate and deal with it. All right, so that's making me look like smoother, a little bit more matte. And here I go in with my foundation. So for foundation, I am using my favorite, very predictable because I love this foundation. I am using my no nails. I am using my Huda Beauty, okay, Faux foundation, Faux filter foundation. So I've been using this like definitely for more than a year now, and you know, when you find a foundation that you love, it's pretty hard to go with anything else. Although I have tried a couple of more foundations that are good too, but so far this has been my favorite foundation for more than a year. I'm really loving it. I'm loving the coverage that it's giving me. I am a person who, obviously, I mean, you can see my skin right now. I need coverage, girl. I need coverage. But you know, I don't want it to look so thick and so dry, and the texture of this is just perfect. I mean, it's not super dry, and it doesn't make me oily throughout the day, so I love it. The color that I use is Toasted Coconut, and let me find my beauty blender. So I use, more often than not, I use a beauty blender to apply all of my foundations. And to dampen my beauty blender, instead of using normal tap water, I will normally use Caudalie's grape water, just because it is 100% organic, 100% pure organic grape water that is filled with antioxidants. Therefore, it will really prevent my foundation from oxidizing. So I'm just gonna drench my beauty blender with that. Okay, very wet now. Not even that, like just like really wet. Probably shouldn't apply too much. Wait for that to dry a bit, because now it's like really wet. Yeah, I want it to be a bit dramatic. Anyhow, okay, I think it's a bit better now. And just going to apply that foundation on my beauty blender, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply it on my face. So I told you I've already put foundation there. So I usually start on my cheeks, and I just spread that out just like in dabbing motion, and you see how that is working like magic. Completely erasing all of that pigmentation that you saw a while ago. I usually don't like to apply too much foundation on the nose, because after a while it starts to break. It starts to break, and you see it like breaking apart. I have a lot of spot marks on my chin from like breakout. The beauty blender is just so much easier to use when I drench it with the grape water. It's easier to blend, and as I said, the foundation stays on so much more better because of the grape water. Okay, so next up I am going in with my concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, which literally I cannot live without. And would you believe I've only been starting the Shape Tape concealer this year? Yes, early this year, because it was only available in Singapore early this year. I apply a little bit just here, whatever this area is called, but that's how I apply it usually. And just look at that complexion. All right, so you don't really need to, I don't really need to set the foundation. I mean, you see how full the coverage is, but just to make sure that it's more long lasting, I'm gonna go in with my favorite Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Press Powder. Okay, I use the number 2, which is a medium, and I'm just gonna use like a thin brush. I'm just gonna be like really light-handed with this, because I really don't need to use too much. I really don't need to powder too much. Just a tiny bit, just so that the foundation is gonna last longer. Oh, hair always in the way, always in the way. Okay, so next up I'm just gonna do some baking under the eye because I'm gonna apply like the eyeshadow as an eyeliner underneath here. So I want loose powder underneath it so that the excess powder can fall into the loose powder. Okay, so for baking I use Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder. So I'm gonna go back in with my palette. And for the first step under my eye, I think I'll go in with incense with just like a small fluffy brush. And I'm gonna apply that right here on the lash line. Okay, and now to give my eye like more dimension, I'm gonna apply the darker brown shadow, the one that I applied in the inner corner, and I'm gonna apply it this time closer to the lash line. Okay, so now I'm just going to sweep that baking powder away. And you see how it does leave a little bit of a cast there, so you have to do a lot of sweeping and blending in to your foundation and your powder. Okay, so I'm just gonna go off camera for a bit now to apply my lashes. Today I'm gonna be using the Tarteist Pro Vegan Lashes. The name is Goddess. And to apply my lashes, I love to use the Tarteist Pro Black Glue. I used to use the transparent one, also from Tarte, and while that was like super strong, the adhesive was super strong, it was just a nightmare to remove. It was so sticky. So I found that this is a lot easier to remove, and I also use another Tarte tool to apply my falsies. I use this little thing, okay, and I'm just gonna do that off camera because I haven't figured out like how to show applying lashes in a sexy way for videos yet. So once I figured that out, I'll do another video showing that, but right now I'm just gonna go off camera and I'll come back with my lashes. So as you can see, lashes make all the difference. I'm now going to go in with some contouring, blush, highlighting, and for that I am using the Tarteist Volume 3 Contour Palette, which looks like this. And I'm gonna be mixing the two bronzers for my contour. Just going a little bit lightly in with that. And going to contour here. Just here, down. Just lightly. A little bit here as well. All right, so next I'm going in with a blush. Whoa! Sorry, almost fell. Okay, so for the blush, I like the color that's in the palette. It's a soft pink, like a rose pink, not too bright, not too pink for my taste, and it's in like a normal warm kind of pink that is perfect for my complexion. So I just apply that on top of my cheekbone here and blend out. I hope you're seeing that. And now finally for some highlights. So I'm gonna use the highlight color in the palette, and I am going to go on top of my cheekbone and apply that there. Now I am not sure if you're gonna see that because highlight hardly ever shows up on my face for some strange reason that I am completely unaware of. I'm gonna just do that on the tip of my nose as well so it looks nice and cute, and apply some of course on the other side. And with a clean brush, I'm gonna go back into that highlight and apply some just here on the corner of my eye for that pop of shimmer. And I hope you see that. Okay, so I've wiped off my lip balm and I'm applying a nice pink lip liner now to line my lips, and I'm gonna overdraw a little bit. Yes, I usually do my Cupid's bow first. This technique is just really force of habit, something that I learned from the makeup brand, one of the makeup brands that I used to work for. So I do my Cupid's bow first, slightly overdrawing, and then I'll do here. And then I'll just connect from the corners. Okay, and then I'm just gonna draw in a little bit. Top, here, here. And now for the lipstick. So recently got my hands on this Tarte lipstick. The color is Salt Lyfe. And it is like a very nude color, but when I mix it with this particular lip liner, which is very pink, when I mix them together, when I blend them together, it's gonna come out as a very like friendly, wearable kind of pink. I'll just fill in first and then I blend them by just pressing my lips together. That's a very mundane way of blending your lip liner into your lipstick, is just by pressing your lips together. And that way you've got like slightly overdrawn lips. Okay, so last but not the least, very important step is to set your makeup, and this is one of my favorite makeup setting sprays. Again, it's full of natural antioxidants, so it prevents your makeup from oxidizing. It's Caudalie's Beauty Elixir, and it smells great as well, and it gives you an extra touch of radiance. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz that on. Smells delicious, like I'm in a spa. All right, so that is the end of my very first makeup tutorial. Let me tell you, it wasn't easy. It was much harder than I thought. Doing an Instagram video is much easier. So be easy on me if this still looks very amateurish. Be easy on my makeup skills as well. Obviously, like, I'm a work in progress. I have been practicing for years and years, and I have gotten better over the years, but I'm still learning new things and new techniques, and this is the first time that I have done the full shebang while talking like into the camera and all. But I hope you guys learned something, or at least enjoyed watching me. So thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you like this video. I hope you like this look. It's one of my favorite looks. Really easy to do. I like looking soft and feminine and sweet, and it's really easy to achieve as well. If you have any questions, you can just go ahead and type them in the comments down below. And if you would like to see any looks I can try to do them, you can contact me on Instagram as well. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm more active there. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And please like this video so that I will be encouraged to make more. Thanks so much, guys, and I will see you next time. Mwah.
变成链子。